Hello YouTube, it's Talia here, your vegan amiga, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I made a delicious homemade vegan kale Caesar salad with crispy chickpeas on top. I will link the recipe below. I have used the recipe for the Caesar dressing many times, but I've tried different variations because sometimes I didn't have capers. This time I did, and I think it actually made it way better. When I didn't have capers, I used olives and olive juice, and it still tasted really good, but I think it's like a little bit more authentic with the capers. So if you have capers, I definitely recommend you use them in this because it really makes a big difference. It's so good. And then the chickpeas, I kind of just do whatever. I did loosely follow the recipe that I was following for the rest of it, but I kind of just added a bunch of spices. So whatever you like, honestly, will work. And I just popped them in the air fryer for like 15 minutes at 400 degrees, and they came out nice and crispy and delicious. They probably could go for more, but I was like, I'm just ready to eat. This is such a good salad though. Definitely recommend. And then I also have a little vegan pasta salad here as well that I made for the 4th of July. I made like 2 pounds of this. So I brought some to my friend's house. Well, I brought all of it to my friend's house because they were having like a potluck thing, but one of the trays was like not really being eaten. So I was like, is it okay if I just take this home, because just in case you don't have room, because they had a lot of food left over, and I saw their fridge was like packed. So I was like, if you don't mind, like, don't think I'm trying to take my food back. I'm just, trying to clear some room for you guys. But yeah, so now we have a whole bunch of pasta salad that we've been eating for a couple days. So anyways, let's just get right into it because I am hungry. Oh, I forgot this is a spoon. I use a spoon to kind of mix this all together, but I have this fork, so let's try this Caesar salad. I'm so excited. I love Caesar salad. Oh, I also added red onion in here. The recipe doesn't call for that, but you guys know I love my onion, so just had to throw that in there. But here is a good look of it. Oh, so excited. It smells amazing. Looks amazing. And it is amazing. Oh my god. Incredible. The dressing is made with cashews. That's like the base of it. So like they said, there's capers, lemon juice, olive oil. You can add nutritional yeast, but I didn't add it this time. I think I've tried a recipe that calls for the those little like seaweed wraps, like the nori, the little snack pack ones. There's mustard in here. It calls for Dijon mustard, and I usually do put Dijon mustard, but of course I ran out and didn't pick some up. So I just used regular mustard, and it still tastes really good, so. It's pretty foolproof, honestly, because I've tried it so many ways, like I said, and it always just comes out really good. So good. And honestly so refreshing because the kale. Oh, and also I added lettuce, which usually it doesn't call for that either in the recipe, but I like the contrast of greens. Like the fresh lettuce. And like the deep kale. Ooh. Mmm. Mixing it in because I've put a lot of the dressing on the bottom to coat that, but the dressing is a little thick. You could make it thinner with some water, but kind of like mine a little thicker. Mmm. And I love those chickpeas, man. Those definitely add a nice crunch. I think I've also made the salad with croutons that I also popped in the air fryer, and that was amazing as well. Like just bread cubed up. Mmm. If you're vegan and you miss Caesar salad, this is the recipe to try. Very, very good. Okay, now let's move on to the pasta salad. I just have a little bit of this because I saved some for Sean. But yeah, we have some green bell pepper in here, some cherry tomatoes, and some red onion. And then the dressing, oh, and then some black olives. The dressing, or like the vinaigrette from the recipe that I used, called for white balsamic vinegar, which I didn't even know was a thing before this recipe. But I found at the store and I used it, and I honestly didn't really like it. It did not come out the way I prefer. I definitely prefer just regular black balsamic vinegar. Oh. So yeah, when I made the vinaigrette, I tasted it, didn't really like it, so I was like, okay, let me try to fix this, you know? I didn't want to just like waste all that. Like, I had already made it. I didn't try the balsamic before I made the vinaigrette, so I had already used like a whole bunch of olive oil, a whole bunch of other ingredients. So I was like, no, let me just try to save this first. And so I threw in some red wine vinegar, like a good amount, just to kind of take over the flavor, and it did the trick for sure. So I personally don't recommend white balsamic, but if you like the flavor, then, you know, everybody has their own likes and dislikes. But for me, for vinaigrette, I think I prefer either red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar with like lemon juice, garlic, olive oil. Those are my favorite types of dressings. But yeah, not the white balsamic. There's also cilantro and jalapeno in here. I kind of Mexicanized it a little bit. Although you can't really taste the jalapeno. I checked them before I put them in to make sure they weren't too spicy, because there are kids at this party that we went to. So I didn't want to, you know, like surprise any kids and have it be super spicy. And they were definitely very mild, so just kind of in there for an extra crunch mostly. Okay, back to this delicious salad. And I feel like Caesar salad usually doesn't call for red onion normally, even, you know, even not vegan, but I just love red onion, and I like the crunch, and I like that flavor it gives it. Yum. I'm gonna get a little more comfortable here. Almost choked there. How was everybody's 4th of July? I hope you guys had a good one and safe one, a safe one as well. We had a lot of fun. I woke up early and got ready, and then I had made a cake and pasta salad for to bring over to my friend's house. So I just like finished frosting the cake and like decorating it, because I made it like an American flag sheet cake that turned out so good, by the way. And then obviously just the pasta salad, whatever. And then we went to our friend's house and we rode bikes to our other friend's house, because they all live in like the same kind of area, really close to each other. So we rode bikes to the friend's house that was throwing the party. And we hung out there for the majority of the day. There was a water slide, which was super cool. And they had so many water balloons. I've never seen so many in one place. It was insane. And they just kept coming. And it was because I realized later that people were going out to the store and buying more and bringing them back. I was like, what the heck? Because it just like was never ending. It was crazy. And they had that little contraption that makes like, I don't know, 20, 30 water balloons at the same time, and it ties it for you. Like, insane. I've never seen that thing. So we were just like pumping out water balloons like crazy, and we started having a water balloon fight. The front yard people started it. So basically how the house was set up, it's like the backyard, or I mean the front yard, the garage, and then the backyard. And so the front yard people threw a water balloon into our backyard area, and they have like this awning thing, but it has, you know, little, it's not completely covered. So when it would hit, it would spray everywhere. So they had like the most perfect, anywhere they hit, it would spray somebody. You know, it didn't matter. Like, we had to aim right to be able to hit somebody, because they had a tarp that was completely covering, and then some of it wasn't covered, but still, like, we definitely were more vulnerable than they were. So they started it. We were just minding our own business, playing battleships, like this water, it's like a beer pong battleship game that Sean and I brought. Just playing, minding our own business, enjoying ourselves, and they threw water balloons at us. So we started a war. It got crazy. We were just going at each other. People were falling. People were soaked. It was so much fun. It was perfect too, because it was really hot. It turned out to be a really hot day. And then what did we do? Then we went to another friend. We rode our bikes to another friend's house, or her parents' house, because her neighborhood was having a block party. So we just went out there and hung out for a little bit. Really fun too. Oh, and it was so funny when we were riding through the neighborhood. There were some kids having their own like little water balloon fight, and they stopped for us to be able to go through. But then as we were going through, the parents started yelling like, "Get him! Get him!" So they started throwing water balloons at us. It was so funny. I was like, this is what 4th of July is about. You know, everybody's just having a good time. You know, you're getting hit by water balloons by random people you don't even know. You know, it's having so much fun. I don't know. It was just that moment, I remember thinking like that was the most, if anything else didn't happen that 4th of July, just that moment was just, that made me so happy to see kids just out playing and throwing water balloons and, you know, like having fun and, you know, attacking us. It was just so cute. Then after hanging out there for a little bit, Sean and I rode back to our other friend's house that we picked up the bikes from, and we dropped off the bikes and picked up our car because we just didn't want to have to worry about having bikes later at night and just getting dark and having to ride back, you know, and drop off the bikes. Because plus that guy that lent us the bikes, our friend, he worked early the next morning and we didn't want to like have to wake him up to put the bikes back in his garage and stuff. So we're just like, let's just do that now and then we'll get the car. And then we got some fireworks. Went back to our friend's house. Hung out there for a little bit. Ate. More water balloon fights. And that was just such a long day that everyone was like crashing. Like, everyone got so tired. Like our drunkenness wore off or something. So we were just all not feeling it anymore, so we just kind of went our own separate ways. We went back to our place, and where we live there, the fireworks are ridiculous. Like, they go off, and it's like for the whole week, not even just for the 4th of July. It is all week. We still, it's like it's the 6th of July and we keep hearing fireworks, and even before the 4th we kept hearing fireworks. So yeah, they just have stashes and stashes of fireworks, I guess. And before it even got dark, they were throwing them off. It was amazing. So literally in front of the house, behind the house, to the side, all 360. It's insane. It was just amazing. So yeah, we just sat outside. Not sat outside. We actually like lit up some of our own fireworks. We just played around and watched the fireworks and enjoyed ourselves. It was awesome. It was a really good 4th. But then I started feeling so tired and sick. Like, it literally hit me like a train. I was fine one minute, and the next minute I was like, I gotta go to bed. Like, this is, I can't hang anymore. So oh my gosh, why do I choke? So after a little bit of you know, setting off some fireworks, trying to get some pictures, didn't go so well, but that's okay. I was like, I'm gonna go shower, get comfy, and get into bed. So that's exactly what we did. And then we also just laid in bed and watched some of the fireworks from our room, because that's just how big they are and that's how close they are that we could watch them from our window. We just opened it up and just laid in bed and watched them, and it was so nice. And yeah, that was our 4th of July. It was amazing. And before I was going to bed, I got the worst headache. It was horrible. I thought I was getting sick. I was like, this isn't normal. Like, I don't usually feel this. It's not like I drank super heavily either. I was like drinking seltzers, but I had no shots. I had no like liquor. I literally was just drinking seltzers. So I was like, this is not normal. I think I'm getting sick. Oh my gosh, that's not a good thing. So I took some medicine for my headache, which I hate doing, but it was like, when I really feel it, I just know I have to, because it was just gonna be way worse if I didn't. So went to bed immediately after, and I woke up feeling amazing, which is thank God. Definitely was tired and like felt like my body got thrashed in like a car accident. So maybe I wasn't feeling great, but I was feeling way better than I thought I was going to. Oh yeah. That was our 4th. It was a good time. Back to the pasta salad. Whew, I'm getting full. I'm gonna mix, oh there you go, that's a good idea. I didn't even think to do that before, but I mix some of this salad with the pasta salad. Let's give it a little try. I'm pretty much done with both of these, but I'm full. Whew. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'll link both the recipes actually, for the pasta salad and the Caesar salad below. Definitely check them out because they're so good. But if you don't like white balsamic vinegar, or if you've never, I don't know, maybe try it, see if you like it, but I think red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar is better. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Mwah.